I'm Onayemi Alaleka, and I'm the percussionist, kind of like the foundation, saying, pull, glue the whole it all together, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have something to make you nod, just a little bit, so I produce that. And I just love playing with these guys because, we all vibrate on the same frequency, so, if we, what I'm saying, if we kind of like lean to the side, it's like, get that rhythm back and we all start to gel again, you know what I'm saying? That's when, until we all tune into the high power, that's why, that's when it kicks in. When we breathe and just relax and let it go. This guy, man. This guy. He's the breathe master.
I'm Rondé Skillings, aka Rondé the Sound Healer, and I play multiple instruments: didgeridoo, throat singing, shruti box, jaw harp, and hand pan. And I'm basically being I'm actually a nurse too, and I'm integrating my healing practice with sound because I feel it's more potent than our current medical model. I've been on sabbatical for probably about a year and a half, and I'm about to jump back in with some new skills to throw into the mix. So whenever I make music, it's really intentional, and it's designed to do a specific thing just to straighten out misplaced energy. And I'm amazed that I get to do it with this group of people here, where we're bridging the gap between multiple generations, and everyone's voice is accepted, and we create one mega voice to do the thing that I would like to do, which is make everything better, heal the world with music.
I'm Victor, my name is Victor Grandquist, and I'm very happy to be here with these people, and I was invited by Shawnee, who put this together, and who had been to Azule before, and I'm surprised, having lived in South Carolina for 23 years and spending quite a bit of time up here, up in western North Carolina. I'm surprised I had never heard of Azule, and I'm very happy to be here, and what a wonderful place to kind of have a healing respite from our stressful life. And so I'm having a great time here, and we're just doing our thing musically, and seeing what we can put together, and that's about it.
I'm Shawnee. I'm Shawnee on the brink of my 8th decade. And I have searched for this basically all my life. I have kind of been a tribe of one. And so here I am looking at the end, and here's my tribe. And this woman is a very, very sacred place. That's enough.
That's it, brother.
Oh my goodness. All right. Squish, squish, everybody. Woo! I've had a very watery morning. I'm
Stacy Cohen, aka Ophelia, and I was contacted by this lovely gentleman on Facebook, of all places. We connected there, and we met at a park, and we jammed, and it was amazing. And felt instant kinship. And I had shared with him that for some years I'd been hosting improvisational music jams, and had been doing that. And actually, Rondé had been a part of that. And I said, "Oh, I know somebody. You invited me to Azule," and so I said, "Oh, we need to contact Rondé." And then, of course, I met these two lovely gentlemen, and yeah, it's been pretty much magic ever since. And I guess I'm the token female embodiment. That's fun. Um, and just have felt completely embraced and encouraged by these gentlemen. So that's been really special. And I think healing for what's happening now as the divine feminine is rising, and to be around divine masculinity that is working on healing and sharing their gifts is encouraging, and I want to support that as well, because it supports me, and so it's a complete circle of reciprocity, and I think that's the future. So the idea is for us to really share our gifts so that we can be a part of the grand shift and healing that's going on in the world right now. So, and I feel really honored to be a part of this. It's, I think, what I've been preparing for all my life. So here we are. We're doing it. It's happening.
So is this the first time that you guys are in the same physical space collaborating? If y'all could speak to how that has been for you and how this space in particular has contributed to that.
Well, it's just an incredible space, and it takes several days to even begin to understand it all. But the spiral and circular design is just incredible at helping to center you. It's I feel like that you've created kind of a vortex here, and it's really I can't say enough about how comforting this space is. I mean, it is just everywhere you go. There's in the house or outside the house. It's just comforting and inspiring and healing to the soul. And we're away from can't hear any road noise and have this beautiful view. And we're in this special nook, and it's just phenomenal. And so it's a very huge contribution to us being together, because if we were in a noisy place, or a place with a lot of disturbances of various kinds, or we're have to respond to like if we were in Savannah or something, we might have to respond to a local demand, but we can't here. So we're safe here.
Safe.
And that safety allows us to open up and be together and not distracted. I have a little ADHD, and so avoiding too much distraction is really important for me. So this is wonderful, and I'm very grateful to be here and to have the space for us to work together in.
I think with us all, I guess, you know what I'm saying, I think basically the chosen ones. I feel like we're chosen.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure you all had, you know, a pretty rough childhood growing up because you never fit in. You never fit in. So the look and I'd not really say the look, but the feeling that we were missing, we found it here. I'm saying that niche that that really made us like really say, whoa, I'm not the only one out here. You know what I'm saying? That's seeing things the way I'm seeing it. And it's a whole lot of people that really can't grasp our type of music. I mean, they really like, man, what is that? But then see, you got to be here to grab it here. You know what I'm saying? If you're not conscious with what's really the reality of life, period. If you're not conscious with that, you'll never be able to grab this type of music because I played for many bands with the trap set, and it's like they want to hear, but it kills the creativity. It kills, you know what I'm saying, that download from the most, the highest being, So, we're as kids singled out in the classroom when they, like I was telling Victor last night, when you know that you're in tune, the smartest kid in the class is the one who gets the blocks the highest because you're listening to that voice that tap it in, it's leaning, push it, put another one there. Okay, but when they see that, they try to, distract you, try to get you in. Now you're singled out, they want to put you on meds so they can break that communication with the Most High. You know what I'm saying? So when we tune in and they see we're tuned in, we can be infectious for the rest of the kids. So now they say, let's dumb him down. We can't have him out here being a genius because he's gonna disrupt the system, disrupt what we're trying to, build. So when we found each other, I mean, that part of me, I can't speak for the rest of you guys, but that part of me, man, it was like, whoa, we're here. And we're gonna do it. I mean, because they use music for commercials, any type of music, and they deal with the frequency. So now here we are, changing the frequencies, shutting it down, sending the vibrations down the mountain. You know what I'm saying? And get that flow of energy, that positive love vibe. It's going out, and it's not rules or regulations to what we do. We just receive downloads. So I can go on and on, but I'm gonna stop there. But yeah.
I feel like the space here allows for presence because there's a lot of the unexpected. The pattern seems to get broken here. It's not. It's unconditioned and unconditional, and I think that gives room for presence. Because if we're out of our patterns, we have to be more aware and mindful and awake. And in doing so, I think that supports the music that we're making. It supports our connections and the conversations that we have. So it's healing to stop the patterns. It's those that are hurting us. I'm a licensed therapist and spiritual life coach, and it's one of the things that I teach, is in regards to finding the various ways to be present so that we can tap into whatever it is we're supposed to tap into, whatever your belief is, and creativity and a sense of play and wonder, like this wonderland, gives the child inside of us all an opportunity, to come back alive or come alive if it wasn't there before. So I feel that exchange here, and it's been really magical. It's really given me an opportunity to unravel as I've been working through this pandemic as a frontline worker, for about 1.5 years now, nonstop. So it's been really, really magical to give myself that gift of being here and with these magical beings as well. So, yeah.
Anyone else?
Yeah, the space that inspires community. And we've all been on our separate musical adventures, and it kind of promotes a cohesiveness. We had our, maybe on the second day, all of us played together for the first time, and it was like we've played together for much longer than just at one time already. Yeah, I like to look at us as a reflection of nature versus other music is what people want. Is tuned to a certain frequency, a certain intention that really doesn't belong to us. But we get to kind of come together and create our own frequency, one that matches with nature, and we get to broadcast that. And this place is in full support of that. I can feel it.
I have a follow-up question unless any of you all wanted to respond to that.
What did you say?
Oh no, I have a follow-up question unless you wanted to respond to that other question.
Well, just Victor and I took a walk up on the hill yesterday. Had a wonderful talk. We talked a lot about being here. And one of the things that really came to my mind was how many people have gone through this place. How many people have been set in a new motion, have found a new self here. And how much she has given the world.
I want to speak to that just for a minute, because I have the longevity of here, and I knew Dave very well, and so before there was Azule, you know, it's Dave and Camille's place, you know, where are you going? So the interesting thing, and Dave's a very incredible jazz musician, and he had that, he has the French wife who is just incredibly intelligent and eclectic, this balance to the beatnik of, and he was just wide open. And so this house was always a place where people came through, and it was always, prior to Azule, it was always a place of community. And, you know, my hair standing up on my body because I can feel Dave, like, you know, so, like, his spirit was huge, huge. And he never spoke a harsh word that I ever heard. His voice was like music, always coming out the way he spoke. There was just some frequency that ran through him, that he had a musical sound. You always felt safe here. Kids would come from all over the creek, all over the county to sit here with Camille and Dave. They would spend time here, they would sleep here, they would play music here, they would craft here. So this thing was initiated, I think, when Camille and Dave came to the place and decided to buy this home. So wherever their background led them to come here, it was like when a new thing comes in, but it wasn't a new thing, and it planted here with them. So, you know, I don't really understand the word legacy, but if that's what this is, that Camille and Dave created that, and the flow of that, and not only with the outsiders, the new people moving in, the level of contact with the Appalachian community here just makes me want to cry, because to have a connection with the real Appalachian community and be able to mesh with them, you have to be like a certain kind of person to do that here, and to have that kind of balance inside of yourself. So that safety net was created a long time ago, you know, and this thing that people feel, I think, when they come to Azule now, was grounded a long time ago. So, and then of course it's all built on and held in that, as, you know, this has evolved into Azule, you know, and that's, I can't talk.
Thank you so much.
Start crying.
Thanks so much. Here's my follow-up question would be, so you all have come here and formed a beautiful unit, but you all live geographically different places. So, what are your next steps as an ensemble, or do you just not? Are you just sort of letting it all evolve? What? Just curious, because this would be fun to have exist in the world. I'm sure you all enjoy it. We all enjoy it. So, yeah.
I think for now we just kind of wing it, just like we do when we're playing. Because we're making a song with all of our actions too, and very loose planning. I'm sure it's going to materialize into something. We just don't know like what it looks like or what the name or anything just yet. It's in the works though.
I think Shawnee mentioned earlier that musical groups are very difficult to keep together, and it requires a certain amount of control. We have to control our schedules and our physical locations to some degree, and I think it depends on how much we want to do that. So I think we have a free form thing going on. So in my mind, I don't have a concept of what it is or isn't, and not really anxious to make it be something or not be something. That said, I think if we can come together and do more together, I think that would be wonderful. I think we have some good things going on, but it's hard to. It requires some level of commitment and to do that. It depends on what we want to do individually to make that happen or not make that happen.
I want to speak. Oh, sorry.
I actually believe that, so a man thinks, that shall it be, you know what I'm saying? So I really do believe the Most High knows what's embedded deep within our hearts, and we know that this is what we were looking for all of our lives. You know what I'm saying? I know that this is what I was looking for, so I do believe that, I'm looking for Torah, to be honest, it says your gifts will make ways for you. So I do believe that, all the hard work we put in on these jobs and stuff, I think it's payday now, because we all do. My father always told me, he said, if you want to make money, I'm not saying it's a money thing, but if you want to do something and make money, your gifts will make ways for you. So do something you love doing, and you'll never have to work a day in your life. You know what I'm saying? It won't be like working, and it'll bring you finances to to give out. You know what I'm saying? The more you have, the more you'll give, and that's just a seed. And every time you plant a good harvest, when you plant a good seed, you get good harvest.
Yeah.
And I do believe that we planted good seeds. I don't have any ulterior motives, but I just want to reach people and touch their hearts. You know what I'm saying? With their love by it. So anything that we put the Most High above and then before, it's going to be prosperous. And I do believe that we about to do some big things. Depends on who hears it and where they hear it. I know it's because last night when we played at the open mic, the host, he was saying never heard anything like it, man. He said, but man, when the guitar player, he's like, man, you touch our soul. I said, that's how I am. You know what I'm saying? What comes from the soul will reach the soul. So I do believe things are gonna, take off from here. And I really do believe that.
Yeah, I could see a lot of different projects and collaborations springing forth from this experience. I think that the opportunities are infinite, actually, and yeah, I guess it just depends on where we all are and what we need in those moments. When I had built up the jam, I guess the improvisational jam in Atlanta, and when I had left about a year and change ago, I thought that I was leaving community, and it was something I had cultivated for about 25 years. So it was like my baby. I empty nesting, and I came to Savannah, and then of course, you know, made some new connections and reconnections, and saw that the essence is always there. And so my hope is ultimately that regardless of whether we continue playing or not after Azule, it's like it is in each and every one of us. And because of that, it never ends. It never ends. We're totally like, yeah, once you connect to it, I guess we'll call it the essence. It's like we touch, it's like the butterfly wings. We touch so many people, each individually and collectively. So I believe in that, in the collective consciousness. And yeah, so every time we play, every time we make a sound, it's doing something and hopefully healing the world. That's my vision. So these are great healers here. Really, really powerful healers in that they believe in themselves. So that's really spectacular.
And I don't really look at it as a band. I look at it as a community. You know, so I mean, just be communicating. That's what community. So, you know, when you look at it as a band, yeah, you know, and you have, you know, what I'm saying, the idea with a band functions like, then you start to fall off and be like. So that's why I never got into rehearsals. You know what I'm saying? That's why I really couldn't do the band thing, because it's like, why? How can you rehearse something that's being downloaded from the Most High? I mean, you putting yourself in front of what's supposed to be the message. You know what I'm saying? So just lay back and let it flow. You know. So I mean, I feel like anytime we sit amongst one another, it just kicks off just like that. You know. I mean, I just start tapping on something, and then there goes Shawnee, or you know what I'm saying? Right there goes, you know? Now we got a groove from there, you know? So that's just be communicating, you know? And just sit back and let each one have a voice.
Conversation.
Yeah.
That's it. And I love talking, you know? So, yeah.
So any final thoughts or things to share or about?
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, thank you guys. I feel like I've learned a lot from you all, so I thank you for that. A lot of great things done and said here, and it's been a joy having you. Please come back. Maybe this
Grateful
will just be
to grateful to be here, and really hopeful to come back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fierce as lightning, tapped in and thundering clackety-clack. Another who fosters loving community and definitely has your back. And the fourth, elegant, gracious, reasonable, matter-of-fact. All papas, it's a matter of reciprocity. A gentle of a storm mother hosts this den, strong vision, an artifact. This house whispers many stories, ghosted in dusk, at first morning's light, whispering crescent moon and fox-tailed jetty into black. Spiders in the morning come out of small spaces to weave grandmother medicine out of a small crack. Me, overwhelmed, overworked, and out of whack. Crawling here, desperate for solace and looking for secret wisdom to build myself back. To center we go to dig intestinal fortitude, to use that damn throat chakra that got held back. A born leader, a bit misdirected, and doubt flooded former tracks. Water washes away old bridges, but music takes us on a fast track. New configurations, starry-eyed wonder, harmony, vulnerability, elevated breath in rhythmic spirals like a master builder and architect. Ingredients nonetheless, magic, alchemy, and primordial tension at its best. An explosion out of isolation, fear, and loneliness. Finding strength in such beauty, human and natural habitat. The mother that soothes shows up as elementals, fire, earth, water, and air, my breath. Comforting and supporting the tired, weary, aching back. Mother shows up as balance, soft yin soothing, nurturing beloved counterpart yang. Inconspicuous, not needing stoic or egoic. She stokes at her own fire, Shakti, divine, gorgeous, luminous, evocative, judging not anyone's shortcomings, for this Earth School training is not about that.